Hello, this is Gigi Tutors, your one-stop shop for all subjects K through 12. Today we are going to be going over capitalization, punctuation, and sentence structure. This is class 1 of 2nd grade writing. If you like this video, please make sure to comment, share, and like it. It really helps. This is a really special video because it also comes with a companion worksheet that your student can complete while they're watching the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started.
The goals of this class are to understand how to compose a sentence, learn our capitalization rules, and our end punctuation rules. So a sentence is a complete idea. So it needs a subject, which is the what or who, and a verb, sometimes called a predicate. And we'll talk about the different types of verbs here in a second. But just to name a few, we have action, feeling, and linking verbs. So let's get started with our first example. Julia ran across the soccer field to score the winning goal. So what is the action being done in this sentence? Running is the action. So the action verb here is the word ran. Now, who or what ran? Julia ran. So the subject is Julia. So that means that even if we change the sentence to Julia ran, since it has a subject and a verb, it is a complete sentence and a complete idea. Now let's go on to another example, and this one has to do with a yummy treat. My mom baked a delicious cake with chocolate frosting. Who here likes chocolate frosting? Comment down below. So what is the action being done in this sentence? Baking. So baked is going to be our action verb. Then we have to ask ourselves, well, who baked the cake? And that's a very simple one, right? Mom baked the cake. So our subject here is going to be the word mom. Now, what happens if we don't have a verb that's an action, like ran or baked? We have special verbs called linking verbs. And I like to think of these linking verbs as links on a chain and how they connect with one another. So here's a long list of linking verbs. You don't have to have these memorized, but take a look at them. Our first example, the young boy is sleepy today. So now here is where the linking verb comes in. So what or who is the sentence about? Boy, right? This boy right here. And how would we describe the boy? Sleepy. So what comes between the word boy and sleepy? The word is. So is our linking verb because it links the subject, boy, with the subject complement, sleepy. Really good job. So our verb is. Let's look at our next example that we have. It's your turn. We're going to find the subject and the verb of this sentence. Sylvia and Brian are siblings. So the first thing we have to do is find our subject, and we have two here, Sylvia and Brian, and then find our subject complement, and that's the word siblings. So what comes between them and what connects or links them? The word are. So that is going to be our verb. So I always like to underline the verb twice, the subjects once, and I like to circle the subject complement, as you can see here in this diagrammed sentence. All right, let's look at some sentences and sentence fragments. So remember, a sentence fragment is just basically a sentence that's not complete. In these examples, I want you to go ahead and try to find the subject and verb. The subject can be compound, which means there's more than one, and so can the verb. But the verbs are either going to be action verbs or linking verbs. So let's get started.
Go ahead and pause the video and try to do these sentences on your own. Great job. Let's go over the answers.
Number 1 says, the doctor wrote down notes while speaking with the patient. Our action verb is going to be wrote, because that's the action. And who wrote? The doctor. So that's going to be our subject. Since it has a subject and verb, it's a complete sentence. The next one says, my mom to the park. There's not an action. And usually we would want to say, my mom walked to the park or my mom drove to the park. And since we don't have any verb, this is not a complete sentence. 3 says, the day flew by so fast. We have an action verb here. It's flew, like flying a plane or a bird flying. And who flew or what flew? The day flew. So day is going to be our subject. And since we have a subject and verb, this is a sentence. Number 4 said, Sydney is the best player on our basketball team. Is, as we know, is a linking verb. Who is? Sydney. That's our subject. And since we have a subject and verb, it's a complete sentence. Number 5 also has the linking verb is. So that is going to be our verb. What is vast and mysterious? Outer space is vast and mysterious. So that's going to be the subject of our sentence. We have a subject and verb, so it's a complete sentence. 6 says the boy across the street. The boy did what across the street? Since we don't have a verb, this cannot be a sentence, unfortunately. 7 says, traveled many miles to get there. Well, I know the action is traveled, so that's a verb, but I don't have a subject that did the verb. And as we know, we need a subject and we need a verb. So this is not going to be a complete sentence. Check and see if you got all of these correct, and if you did, awesome job. Now, let's quickly talk about capitalization and end punctuation. So, all sentences have to begin with a capital letter, like the 2 sentences here. Leah is my best friend, and the store sells milk and bread. They both begin with a capital letter. All proper nouns begin with capital letters no matter where they are in the sentence. My mom's name is Angel. Angel is capitalized because it's the name of someone specific. Many people live in South Florida. South Florida is capitalized because it's the name of a specific place. Now, let's go on to periods, exclamation marks, and question marks. Periods end statements, like the cat is sleeping. That is a statement, so it ends with a period. Question marks end questions. They indicate that the sentence is seeking information, like the example, where is your backpack? It's asking a question, so it ends in a question mark. Exclamation marks are used in exclamatory sentences expressing strong emotions, like, that was amazing. And that was a super quick breakdown of punctuation and capitalization.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, again, please like the video and share with your friends. It's always really helpful. And for more helpful materials, please subscribe to the channel. Bye.